Hi, welcome to this channel. I am Neelambika from second sem MCA studying in University of Mysore. Here today I am going to present on the company ISRO. ISRO stands for Indian Space Research Organization. These all are the objectives of this presentation. There are about ISRO, milestones, vision, mission, achievements, how ISRO uses artificial intelligence and machine learning, conclusion. Let us see the one by one. First one about ISRO. The Indian National Committee for Space Research (INCOSPAR) was established by Jawaharlal Nehru in 1962 under the Department of Atomic Energy. Eminent scientist Dr. Vikram Sarabhai had a big role in this development. He understood the need for space research and was convinced of the role it can play in helping a nation develop. INCOSPAR set up the Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station (TELS) at Tumba, near Thiruvananthapuram at India's southern tip. TELS is a spaceport used to launch rockets. The INCOSPAR became ISRO in 1969. The Department of Space was created in 1972 and ISRO became a part of it and remains so till date. The Space Department reports directly to the Prime Minister of the country. During 1975 to 76, satellite instructional television experiment site was conducted. It was hailed as the largest sociological experiment in the world. It was followed by the Keda Communications Project (KCP), which worked as a field laboratory for youth-based and a locally specific program transmission in the state of Gujarat state. During this phase, the first Indian spacecraft Aryabhata was developed and was launched using a Soviet launcher. Another major landmark was the development of the first launch vehicle SLV-3 with a capability to place 40 kg in low Earth orbit (LEO), which had its first successful flight in 1980. 80s was the experimental phase wherein Bhaskara 1 and 2 machines were pioneering steps in the remote sensing area. Various passenger payload experiment Apple became the forerunner for the future communication satellite system. Antrix Corporation Limited (ACL) is a market arm of ISRO for promotion and commercial exploitation of space products, technical consultancy services, and transfer of the technologies developed by ISRO. We can see the pictures of ISRO. First one, ISRO Bangalore, Satish Dhawan Space Center, Antriksh Bhavan, Government Building, Sanjay Nagar, Bangalore. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai is the father of the Indian space program. Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai was an Indian physicist and astronomer who initiated space research and helped develop nuclear power in India. He was honored with Padma Bhushan in 1966 and the Padma Vibhushan in 1972. He is internationally regarded as the father of the Indian space program. Established the Indian National Committee for Space Research (INCOSPAR) with Homi Bhabha in 1962. On August 15, 1969, ISRO was created from the INCOSPAR program, headquartered at Bangalore. You can see the picture of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. He says, "Who can listen to the music in the midst of noise can achieve great things." In this slide, ISRO has many facilities dedicated to a specialized field of study in space. A few of them are as follows: Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, Thiruvananthapuram. The space research activities were initiated in India under Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, the founding father of the Indian space program during 1960s. Liquid Population System Center, Thiruvananthapuram, Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikotam, Space Application Center, Ahmedabad, National Remote Sensing Center, Hyderabad. Can know about the ISRO milestones. The first Indian made sounding rocket was the RH-75 Rohini 75. It was launched from TELS in 1967. It weighed just 32 kg. Series of Rohini sounding rockets were developed by ISRO for atmospheric and meteorological studies. ISRO built its first satellite in 1975 and named it Aryabhata. This was launched by Soviet Union. The first Indian built launch vehicle was SLV-3 and it was used to launch the Rohini satellite in 1980. ISRO launched its first INSAT satellite in 1982. It was a communication satellite. It was named as INSAT 1A, which failed in orbit. The next communication satellite, INSAT 1B, was launched in 1983. Established in 1983 with commissioning of INSAT 1B and the Indian National Satellite INSAT system is one of the largest domestic communication satellite systems in the Asia Pacific region, with 9 operational communication satellites placed in geostationary orbit. The INSAT system provides services to telecommunications, television broadcasting, satellite news gathering, societic applications, weather forecasting, disaster warning, and search and rescue operations. ISRO also launched the first IRS remote sensing satellite in 1988. ISRO has developed 3 types of launch vehicle, namely the PSLV Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, the GSLV Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle, and Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle Mark III. ISRO launched its first lunar mission Chandrayaan-1 in 2008. It also launched the Mars Orbitary Mission (MOM) or the Mangalyaan in 2014. With this, India became the first country to achieve success in putting a satellite in the Mars orbit in its Maidan attempt and the fourth space agency and the first space Asia agency to do so. ISRO has launched many small satellites mainly for experimental purposes such as INS-1C, Aryabhata, Apple, Rohini technology payload, UTSAT, etc. The experiment includes remote sensing, atmospheric studies, payload development, orbit controls, recovery technology, and more. Let us see the pictures of Rohini 75, Aryabhata Mars Orbiter Mission (MOM). Aryabhata is the first satellite launched by India. The next is ISRO Vision. ISRO's vision is a state as harness space technology for national development while pursuing space science research and planetary exploration. In this slide, we know about the ISRO mission. Design and development of launch vehicles and related technologies for providing access to space. Design and development of satellites and related technologies for Earth observation, communication, navigation, meteorology, and space science. Indian National Satellite INSAT program for meeting telecommunication, television broadcasting, and developmental applications. Indian Remote Sensing Satellite program for management of natural resources and monitoring of environment using space-based imagery. Space-based applications for societic development, research and development in space science and planetary exploration. Let us see the achievements of ISRO. Aryabhata is India's first satellite. It was the spacecraft to be entirely built in the country, making a breakthrough in space missions. Leadership of APJ Abdul Kalam, the Satellite Launch Vehicle SLV project was initiated. The aim of this project was to develop the necessary technology to launch satellites. In 2008, Chandrayaan, country's first unmanned lunar probe, was launched by ISRO. ISRO in 2016 also launched Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System for marine navigation, vehicle tracking, disaster management. Let us see the main topic in this presentation: how ISRO uses artificial intelligence and machine learning. First one, Chandrayaan 2 AI powered Pragyan rover. On 22nd July 2019, ISRO launched Chandrayaan 2 spacecraft into an Earth orbit as part of the second lunar mission. In Chandrayaan 2, the Pragyan rover was AI powered, which can communicate only with the lander. Includes a piece of motion technology developed by IIT Kanpur researchers that will help the rover maneuver on the surface of the moon and aid in landing. The algorithm will help the rover trace water and the other minerals on the lunar surface and also send pictures for research and examination. The rover is a six-wheeled robotic vehicle and is capable of conducting situ payload experiments. It is powered by AI tools and frameworks, uses solar energy for its functioning, and can communicate only with the lander. The Pragyan rover payloads consist of alpha practice X-rays spectrometer APXS and laser induced breakdown spectroscope labs. We can see the pictures of a Chandrayaan 2 AI powered Pragyan rover. The next is multi object tracking radars. The challenge of building a space object tracking solution to build successful sustenance satellites through the difficult terrain of open space with millions of unknown objects that could impact every ISRO sponsored mission. The objective is to build multi-object tracking radar. ISRO first developed target identification using machine learning algorithms from motor radar data. Radar data consists of range, azimuth, elevation, and signal to noise ratio (SNR). From range and SNR correlation, target size can be classified from SNR variation alone in a single track duration. Target nature can be established. Using machine learning algorithms, a model should be trained on radar track data, range, azimuth, elevation, and SNR. The trained model should identify a target nature, controlled or uncontrolled, and size using standard libraries in Python. Machine learning algorithms have become realizable models. This is the images of multi-object tracking radars. The next one is image processing and pattern recognition. In 1980s and 1990s, ISRO's the challenge was to build efficient and cost-neutral image processing and pattern recognition solution for upcoming missions for next decade. Hence, unmanned image processing and pattern recognition. ISRO leveraged artificial neural networks (ANN), which is a generic name for a large class of machine learning algorithms. Most of them are trained with an algorithm called backpropagation. ISRO's team used various paths to explore various deep learning algorithms in various applications of Earth observation data like self-learning based classification, prediction, multi-sensor temporal data in crop or forest species identification, remote sensing time series data analysis. The next one is AI enabled monitoring system for forest conservation. The National Remote Sensing Center NRSC, which ISRO has designed and developed, is a monitoring system to observe forest cover change and combat deforestation by leveraging optical remote sensing, geographic information system (AI), and automation technologies. ISRO creates a machine learning model that checks the imagery and detects small scale deforestation and improve the frequency reporting. It also enables scientists to process satellite imagery faster and reduces the time frame for new reports from 1 year to 1 month. NSRC aims at preventing negative changes in the green cover and protection of wildlife. The NRSC technology makes it possible for monitoring forest cover changes over small areas of 1 hectare by improving the resolution from 50 meters to 30 meters through optical remote sensing, which provides insights into the smallest of deforestation activity. Let us see the autonomously navigating robot for space mission. ISRO's challenge was to build and send unmanned robots to help fetch critical space information in multiple missions throughout the year. A of humanoid with sensing and perception of surroundings with 3D vision and dexterous manipulative abilities to carry out defined crew functions in an unmanned sessions or assist crew in manned sessions. Design and realization of full unmanned with features that include full autonomy with 3D vision, dynamically controlled movement in 0G, artificial intelligence or machine learning enabled real time decision making with vision optimization and path planning or algorithms. His role leveraged artificial intelligence enabled path navigation algorithms to solve this. You can see the pictures of Umitra, India's space robot. Umitra is of a man who can mimic human actions. ISRO will send Umitra to space on unmanned mission. ISRO aims to send 3 Indians to space by 2022. She can talk, she can recognize other women, she can hold a conversation and answer queries. This is the last but not least. ISRO has advised scientists and researchers to focus on building a generalized parameter extraction software based on artificial neural network (ANN) learning methods that utilize multidimensional approximation of ANN to map characteristics of microwave filters. A communication satellite contains a larger number of microwave filters that are required to undergo extensive tuning after fabrication. ISRO is currently planning to develop high-end propulsion technology to ensure cost-effective, reusable, recoverable, restartable, and reliable space launches with AI-based sensors equipped in propellants. Thank you. Thank you for watching.